Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this varsity football contest between the Terra Trojans and the Petaluma Trojans here at Petaluma High School in Petaluma. Today it looks like Petaluma will be kicking the ball off for the Trojans to start with it here, as we have 4 12-minute quarters in this game. A very, very tight JV game prior. Should go back and listen to that. And this, we are in for a doozy. Game start time, 7:01. Petaluma preparing for the kick. Two Trojans in the backfield. And the ball is loose. And received at the 10, dropped, but he's still up. He's running down the sidelines. Oh, and he drops his shoulder into the defenseman at 35. About a 25-yard run there. Great job by number 11. Jackson Batani with a great run there after dropping the ball. But great recovery, 20-yard run down the field. And Trojans with the ball at the 36-yard line. 2 men out on each side. And the snap. And he's running straight up the middle. And he's, hit hard in the back. Taken down at the 40 for about a 5-yard gain. It's Garrett Pardo with the run.
Keeps it up the middle.
Gain of 5 there. Not sure if that was a design play or not, but he found a hole in the middle and got good yards out of it. So it is now going to be 2nd and 5. And the snap. Oh, rush on the left side throw is high, deep, and over the head of everyone. But he was under big pressure there from number 44. Petaluma. That would be London Sundell with the pressure there on Garrett Pardo. Really got around the offensive line fast there. Garrett had nowhere to go with the ball. As it'll now be 3rd down and 5. Same formation. Shotgun position. And the snap. Looking to the left. Throws high, just over the head of Jackson Batani, through the hands. A little high, a little hard, a little late. Still good. Way to get the ball on target there with pressure from the Petaluma defensive line. 2 plays in a row where they've gotten close to the quarterback. Excellent job that recent play of getting rid of the ball in a productive manner, because that could have been a catch. So here we go. It looks like they're going for it, as there is nobody punching. The quarterback is running back onto the field. Or is he kicking it? Garrett Pardo is about 15 yards behind. He gets the ball up for the whistle is blown. I could not tell you what just happened. So Garrett ran off the field there. And then ran back because he thought it was going to be a punt. But then he ran out and like he was going to punt it. So I wonder if the punter for the Trojans is missing?
Maybe some sort of trick play there. I don't really know.
Yeah, Garrett's still out there for the punt after the 5-yard penalty on the Trojans. And he gets the ball and he punts it. That is about a 25-yard punt. And it'll be down at the 37-yard line. So 4 up, 4 down, and the Petaluma Trojans will have the ball here 1 minute into the first quarter. Just came with the ball over real fast there. But solid defense by Petaluma. I still find it interesting that Garrett punted that ball. We'll have to get some information on that. But right now it'll be Petaluma's ball at the 37-yard line. Got one receiver out wide, a tight formation, similar to JV formations we were seeing earlier. Motion in the backfield, run straight up the middle. He's just plowing forward, about a 6-yard gain. Marco, what do you think are going to be some keys for the Trojans, the Terra Trojans?
Well, I think they really need to defend against the run. Their JV team kind of hinted that Petaluma really liked to play the tight formation and run the ball a lot. So Terra really needs to defend against that. And that's the most important part of the game tonight.
Definitely. The pass defense we saw in the scrimmage last week, pretty excellent, especially from Kai Walker as a flag is thrown. And that looks like it is going to be on the offense, Petaluma.
Full start on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat the count.
The Ed Burnsich. Sorry, I can't read that when we were writing there. As that'll be a 5-yard penalty for Petaluma. Lucky break there for the Trojans, as it'll now be 2nd and 10. And the ball is fake handed off. 21 gets it, and he is brought down by Jackson Scullin.
Chase Miller, the ball carrier.
Excellent tackle there. He was the last man.
He
put the pain on the Petaluma running back. Good job there, but again, that sort of trick play, who has the ball, who doesn't have the ball, and catching the Trojans off guard here today. Let's see, so that was a first down actually. So it'll be first down at the 48-yard line. And the snap, and the same running play is run. We got one left, and he's through to the right. Kai Walker gets him and pushes him out of bounds. 2 in a row, Marco.
Yeah, that looked exactly what Petaluma did in the JV game. I mean, their style of play is very similar. Terra just need to get that run game together. I mean, they're just getting destroyed on the D-line.
It's like Groundhog's Day. Same thing happens here in the Varsity game on the start, as Petaluma's been marching downfield here in the last minute and a half. They're at the 12-yard line. The quarterback keeps the ball, finds a hole. One man left, and he's in the end zone.
Henry Ellis keeps it on the
Petaluma Trojans have scored a touchdown on a QB sneak, reminiscent of the JV game earlier. And it seems like it's almost a program philosophy. Just the punishing run game to really put the hurt on the defense and make them make the plays. Force them to prove that they can stop it before you do anything else. And the JV team ran the whole game. Hopefully, the Terra and the Varsity can put a stop to it early here and stay in the game. Oh, and the snap is low. It is held by the kicker. It went straight through the holder's hands.
That's not on the extra point.
So
that puts a score down.
That snap, the extra point is not converted. It will be 0-6 here with 9:30 left. The Petaluma Trojans will be kicking off to the Terra Trojans here. Any thoughts on that first sequence?
That was just dominated by Petaluma. I mean, the run game, you can't beat the physicality that Petaluma have, and it's going to be a long night if that continues.
Definitely. Trojans are going to have to find a way to put a stop to that. You're going to have to find something. Although, it is good that Petaluma was doing this earlier, so definitely something the coaches are aware of. And that was kicked on the ground. Still gets to the 20. It's a very odd punt there. Oh, and Kai Walker's up the middle. Wrapped up. Looked like he had a hole, but he's down at the 35. Excellent run for 15-yard gain. He got wrapped up hard, but he almost got through there.
That was a good side tackle by Petaluma, reaching over to grab Kai, who's pretty good on the jukes. And that could have been dangerous for Petaluma, but they got it under control.
Definitely. Still good run by Kai Walker there as he is now out on the right side of the football as a wide out. We've got two on each side. Jackson Patani closest, Kai Walker farthest. And a fake handoff wrapped up by the D-line for a loss of about 5. So it looked like they were going for that QB run again. Did not work out as well this time as Jack Soper. Petaluma able to make the tackle.
It seemed like there were like 5 defenders, 5 linemen on Garrett Pardo, and that just shows how dominating of a force Petaluma is at the line of scrimmage.
Definitely. Let's see, we have 3 on one side, and Kai Walker up on the top. Again, Garrett Pardo scrambling, taken down by 3 Petaluma defenders for gain of 8, but it's still going to be a lot to go here. 3rd down. 4th down. No, it'll be 3rd down and about 7. This is going to be a key conversion if the Trojans want to keep momentum here earlier in the game. As an early score by Petaluma, it could take the wind out of your sails. So the Trojans are going to have to stay in this game, keep the intensity up, and really just put on the hurt. Got 2 out on each side. Garrett Pardo, shotgun position, snaps. Looking in the backfield, hit by a receiver, but the throw is a dime to Kai Walker. He is taken down at the 10. An amazing throw by Garrett Pardo. He was hit on the play, and he still manages to put an absolute dime downfield. Kai Walker pulls in the catch. Truly amazing. Mark, what do you think?
That was just a great catch by Kai Walker. A good throw by Garrett. This is exactly the type of play that Terra need. If they can get a touchdown here, they're back in the game.
Definitely. You couldn't have asked for more in that situation. Heavy pressure on Garrett Pardo again, but we've seen this. We saw it in the scrimmage a week ago. He is excellent under pressure. He knows when to run, when to throw the ball. The best person you could have in the situation is ball. It's handed off to number 23 of the Trojans. That would be J.P. Hernandez. And it took a lot of Trojans from Petaluma to bring him down. He did not gain any yardage, but
J.P. Hernandez, the ball carrier.
Yeah, well, we'll see if the Trojans continue to use that running play. The pass play has been working okay for them, clearly, as that 70-yard, not 70, probably about 60-yard throw showed.
I had 44.
But if they can get the run game going too, they'll be golden. Let's see if they can keep this momentum here. So it's 2nd down and goal from about the 13. Rolls to the right.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and the pass to Jackson Patani at the goal line. The touchdown is not given. He's down at the 1. An excellent catch. A really good throw as well from Garrett Pardo. Just a bullet right to him.
2. The guy
Pass
walking.
incomplete. Intended for Jackson Patani.
Wow. The pass is actually called incomplete.
Broken up by Brody Green.
Looked like it was caught here.
17.
Unfortunate. But it looks like it'll be 3rd down and 12
I'm so used
for the
to
Trojans. 3rd down and goal.
Crudo. Oh, yeah.
So hopefully they can convert here and get some points back on the board. A heavy rush here by Petaluma.
Lost like 2 years.
And that's a jump. Oh my. That's definitely a jump by Gabe Marins of the Terra Trojans. He was 5 yards past the line of scrimmage and the ball was not even snapped. Unfortunate on that false start, as it'll now be 3rd down and almost 20. A little bit of confusion on who is going to be out there. Gabe is still out on the field, clearly upset with himself, but he's going to have to clear his head, as this is going to be a crucial point in the game for the Trojans to really answer as soon as possible. Garrett in the shotgun position, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 on the right, an extra offensive lineman, and a throw up the middle, and that is pass interference. He is smothered before the ball got to him. Really, a good throw by Garrett, but pass interference called, and it
Penalty
looks like
flag on the field.
Trojans are going to get 10 yards out of this, and it'll still be third down. So it's really about a null situation. We're pretty much back to about 8 or 10 yards to go on third down after 2 plays. Wow. Are they giving him? The marker is not moving. I cannot tell if they are giving him the 10 yards.
On the defense.
So it'll be
So that's a 10-yard penalty.
9 yards to go, third down. Trojans they can smell it. They can smell those points.
After this one.
Oh, is that what it was?
And really tight formation. Kyle Walker, the only receiver out. Everyone else packed in around the quarterback. Motion from Jackson Patani to the right side. The snap, a flag is called. That is 3 flags in 3 plays. We've had third down 3 times in a row here. I wonder who it is on this time. False start by the offense again. That's 2 in 3 plays. So in 3 plays they have a 10-yard penalty towards the goal and then 2 5-yard penalties away from the goal. So we are back where we were about 4 minutes ago. Third down and 12. So let's see, that's the 7th chance for the Trojans to convert points here. They're now spread out. We have 2 receivers to each side of the quarterback. He's looking for a throw to the left side, through the hands and picked off by number 3, through the hands of Jackson Patani. And it is called an
intercepted by Dawson Shaw.
Wow. That was a bullet of a throw by Garrett Pardo, straight to Patani, right to his hands. Marco, what do you think?
That's a tough play for Patani. He had a defender on him, but you really can't be tipping balls up in the air like that. That's just a dangerous play. And good job on Petaluma to capitalize on the situation.
Yeah, definitely. That was a long sequence, but now the ball is on the 8-yard line with Petaluma on offense. Another tight formation here. I'm guessing we're going to see a run play. The running back has the ball. He's up the middle for a gain of about 8 or 10. Jack Horsley is pushed to the ground after the play. No flags.
The ball carrier.
And it's going to be
Mario
2nd and 2
Gordon
for Petaluma, as they are looking to get some more points here. We've just reached halfway through the first quarter, and they got a long way to go, but they have the time to do it. Let's see what they can make out of the situation. 1 receiver out to each side, tight formation, quarterback under center, and hands off, takes the ball himself, and is stopped. He went absolutely nowhere. Really, that play is a good sign for the future. Stopping the run play is going to be crucial, and if the Trojans can prove that they can do that early, that could really open this game up to some more opportunities. As if they get beat on the run, it's going to be a long, long, hard game for the Terra Trojans.
That's enough for a Petaluma first down.
They're given the first down on that play. Personally, I don't know about that, but looks like they got it. So I guess the play was successful, but still, it's a good sign for the Trojans. As he looks for the pass straight over the middle, dropped there by Chase Miller of the Petaluma Trojans.
Intended for Chase
Through his
Miller.
hands onto the ground. I mean, in that one, if you're comparing that to the Patani miss that caused the interception, I mean, Patani just went straight through his hands. That one, he bobbled that ball. Any idea why, Marco? Yeah, exactly. He just plain dropped the ball there. As it'll now be 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Trojans with only Kai Walker in the backfield, and it is hard to see where the ball goes from this angle. I believe that was a running play that was stopped by the Trojans. Some animosity I'm definitely seeing between the defensive line in full assignment of the Trojans and the offensive line of really just the offense of the Petaluma Trojans, as we've seen 2 altercations in the last 3 plays. Hopefully they can sort out their differences as we have a lot of football left to play. So it'll now be 3rd and 13. Good stops here by the Trojan defense. His quarterback rolls to the right, looking for the pass, throws downfield. Oh, and it's caught by number 24 over the middle, brought down by Jackson Swollen. A good tackle there, but really an excellent throw by the Petaluma Trojans as he was able to get the ball just over the defender.
Great throw there by the quarterback. It was a little bit long, but the receiver sped up to catch the ball. That's exactly a perfect throw. Great job by Petaluma.
Definitely. Just right over the middle, quarterback in pressure, and he was able to get the ball downfield. Very good pass play there by Petaluma. They will now be on the Trojans' 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 with 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Again, another tight formation. We've seen this a lot with Petaluma as they hand the ball off, and he breaks the tackle, brought down about 5 yards on, and they'll be at the 35, 2nd and 5.
Lucas Vanderlyn, the ball carrier.
Hopefully, those run plays can be stopped, because those 5-yard run plays we saw in the JV game, we've seen at the beginning of this varsity game, are absolute killers, because it just, especially on 1st down, right? Because then the Petaluma Trojans have had 3 plays to get 5 yards, and getting those stops for 3 consecutive plays for the Trojans is not an easy feat. Let's see what the Trojans do here. We see Phillip in motion around the corner, an excellent job, but he tackled the wrong person, and number 24 makes it to the end zone. And that is a 2nd touchdown here in the first quarter for the Petaluma Trojans. As number 24, who just made the pass play, gets the ball on the fake and makes it to a touchdown. He faked me out, honestly. I was looking at the wrong part of the field. Marco?
Yeah, at the end of the play there, Kaiwan had a missed tackle, and that was a opportunity for the Trojans to get the ball down right near the end zone, but alas, the Petaluma still scores.
Yeah. Let's see if we can block the extra point, though. But missing 2 extra points in a row, I think, will be quite unlikely. Well, it looks like they're going for the extra points as they hand the ball off again to number 24, and he gets in. So the missed extra point is negated as the 2 touchdowns now net Petaluma 14 points on 2 touchdowns. So the start here, first 9 minutes of the first quarter, not looking good for Terra as an interception leads Petaluma on a drive 80 yards down the field to score the 2nd touchdown as they are now up 14-0 with 3 minutes remaining. They're about to kick the ball off from the 40. Right now we have Kai Walker and Jonah Truitt in the backfield receiving the kick. 2 very fast players on the Trojans. Hopefully they can get some yards downfield right here. Really get some momentum back in Terra Trojans' direction, which is sorely needed after that bad stretch of about 6 minutes. Here is another really low kick. It's past Truitt into the end zone, so they will get the ball at the 20. And no chance there for the Terra speed.
What I would be worried about here is fatigue for the Terra defense, because Terra defense has been on a lot of plays. The offense has kind of been sitting on the bench. Not exactly what you want, but that would be a concern right now. Get the defense, keep the defense on the sideline, get them rested up so you can make those stops they need to against Petaluma.
Definitely. I mean, the first play for the Trojans, 4 and they were gone. But the second time they did get some time in, but they turned the ball over. Yeah, completely right. The Trojan defense is going to be absolutely gassed here, especially as we get into the second half of this game, because they've been on the field probably twice as much as the offense, and that can really, really bite them. Jonah Truitt laterals the ball. Number 24 from Petaluma wraps him down. He has touched the ball on the last 4 plays, as that's probably a loss of about 5 yards there.
I saw at least 5 Petaluma defenders near the ball, within 5 yards of the ball, and only one other Terra Trojan beside Jonah Truitt. That's a problem that Terra really needs to remedy, because if you have 2 people against 5, you know which one's going to win out every time.
Definitely. a solid effort there by Truitt. So yeah, that play did not lead to much. The pass plays have worked well for the Trojans in the past. I wonder if they're going to rotate to that to try and get some yards, because a punt from inside their own red zone really would not be a great way to end this quarter. 3 receivers out to the right, ball on the left hash. Garrett Pardo gets the snap. Truitt with a block up the middle, and the ball is caught by Jackson Patani. An excellent throw, an excellent catch. And they are now at the 45-yard line of the Petaluma Trojans. Just another excellent throw.
This is exactly the type of play that Terra needs. Jackson Patani right at the middle is able to get past the defense and just tackled his shoelaces. Almost broke out for the touchdown there. If Terra can repeat this, they can score here easily.
Yeah, those plays are really what the Trojans have shown that they are effective at. And that was an excellent execution of almost a 50-yard gain there. Pardo gets the ball, rolls to the right, and pressure again, caught by Cole Green on the sidelines, makes it to the 20, another 20-yard gain. Another great throw by Garrett Pardo, great catch. The conversion is made.
And the Terra Trojans have gone almost 80 yards in 2 plays. This is exactly what needs to happen.
Definitely. This momentum is something that they can carry, as an early 14 points from the Petaluma Trojans could really beat them down, but some points here could really lift their spirits, give them some more hope that they can really dominate this game, as we are barely into this football game, 37 and a half minutes left. So we have a tight formation here, and JP is given the ball, he runs up the middle, a couple yards gained. I really like the play calling here from the Trojans. They're starting off with the running plays. They're getting closer. Sometimes they get through. They get the first down early. That's good. If not, they fall back on the pass plays, which they've shown they can convert if given the opportunities. They're doing their best to protect the ball. They're not by running the ball early, they're getting yards downfield, and the more throws they make, the more likely there's going to be an interception, as we've seen earlier today. Another tight formation. Garrett Pardo throws to the end zone, and it's caught. For a touchdown by Kai Walker. A dime of a throw, an excellent catch.
Garrett Pardo.
That was an amazing sliding catch by Kai Walker. A great cap to a great drive. The Trojans, their defense can come out rejuvenated. This is exactly the type of bounce back that the Terra needs.
Yeah, just an excellent drive. 3 plays, 3 pass plays. And they just went downfield. Petaluma had no answer for the passing early on. And that catch by Kai Walker was truly amazing, as he had to slide and dive to get that ball. And the extra point is good. It'll be 7-14 with 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
That puts the score now. The
Trojans will be punting the ball.
And Petaluma Trojans 14.
Hopefully the defense, now that they've gotten a little bit of a break, although honestly, not a huge break, because the Trojans got down there fast. They were cooking. Like three big plays, and they were down there. But it's definitely good to see the offense making good headway.
If I were the play caller for Terra, I would want to repeat those pass plays every single time. Because 9 times out of 10 for Terra, it's been working so far. So just repeat that. I think Terra really need to exploit the weakness of the Petaluma's backfield.
Definitely. As we've seen, the Petaluma backfield hasn't been able to really clamp down. That interception was really just pure luck that the defender was there. That should have been an incomplete pass. The Trojans really shouldn't be beating themselves up on that, as we now have the kickoff. And we'll see what Petaluma will be able to do from the 40. And the ball is loose. It is deep at about the 5-yard line. Trojans are on him real fast. Oh, and an excellent tackle by Cole Green. Nobody put a hand on him, and he really hit the receiver the ball. The Petaluma had nowhere to go. absolutely nowhere. An excellent block there by Cole Green for the Trojans as he will lock Petaluma down at the 25-yard line. Really an excellent job. So now only 40 seconds left in the quarter. Curious how Petaluma's going to play this as they have a long way to go. The run plays have been working well for them, but the Trojans are prepared. They have high walk in the backfield and heavy coverage on the line. A run play, number 24 again down the right side, brought down to 45 for about a 15-yard gain there. Wow, number 24.
Toss goes out to Silas
Polo Georges.
Mario
Quite a name.
on
And
the
he
tackle.
has been doing quite a
First
job
down,
here
Trojans.
for the Petaluma Trojans. Any thoughts on number 24?
Yeah, that was a great run for Petaluma. This is exactly the type of play that Petaluma need to recreate, and the Trojans really need to defend against. It's going to be a long game, and all that progress that was made by Terra with the running plays really needs the defense needs to back them up.
Definitely. As the quarter is now over, the clock has run out. We'll start the second quarter shortly. But yeah, number 24, you have to hand it to him. He's finding the holes. But his defenders, the tight ends, and his receivers are doing an excellent job of just locking in the Trojan defense. Because the Trojans know that there's going to be a run play coming. So they have stacked the defensive line, 6 or 7 guys. They have the linebackers tucked in. So on these cut plays out to the side, normally the only person in his way is a linebacker, 2, and the receiver. And the receivers are locking up the cornerbacks, and the offensive linemen are getting out fast to create a hole. And that's how these 15, 20-yard run plays are really being done. You know, it's that forward blocking and really setting the Trojan defense up for failure by making them set up so much in the middle. And I think that positioning is something that they're really going to end up exploiting. You know, it worked really well for them against the JV earlier today, and they've shown in the first quarter that it worked really well for them here. So we'll see how much they're going to use that, and also how the Trojans will react. Because they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, really. You know, they stack the middle too much, they get beat on the outside. If they play a more balanced coverage, then they get beat up the middle. They're going to have to find a way to lock down this run game. As a snap by Petaluma, throw over the middle, dropped by Finn Flannery. Petaluma Trojans, his head is in his hands. That hurts. But yeah, the incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 at their own 46-yard line. So we'll see how the Petaluma Trojans will continue here at the start of the second quarter. Marco, any thoughts at the beginning of the quarter or in the first quarter?
Yeah, I think Petaluma really came out strong, but Terra, they showed that they can compete, but we'll see at the end of the game who's really winning.
Lateral aside. One missed tackle, but number 22 for Terra, Mario Cordon, takes it on the running back of Petaluma and takes a shoulder to the chest, but he's able to hold on and bring the runner down. An excellent job there. It may not have looked pretty, but you know, it takes a lot of guts to stand in front of somebody that's charging at you full speed and just lean into it. That's something he did excellently right there, as it'll now be 3rd and 5. An important play here. We'll see if the Petaluma Trojans can get a conversion here. So they're about at the 50-yard line, and see if they can continue their march down to the other side of the field. Got a pretty rounded coverage as a run down the left side.
Number 8.
Down the right side by number 8. Flag is called, but he makes it to the end zone. Another trick play.
They can the touchdown run, but there's a penalty flag.
We'll see what the penalty's for. It may be for holding on the offense, which would be very anticlimactic for Petaluma, as then their 35, 40-yard run would be completely negated. We'll see what this is called. It is not a touchdown. That is what we know. I saw the flag went down. Yep, that's holding on the offense. I saw a Trojan go down when the flag went out. So maybe he was tripped or held on to. But the Petaluma Trojans are being sent back down the field. No touchdown is being scored. So yeah, a lucky break there by the Trojans.
It's still enough for Petaluma, first down.
So they do get the first down. But they'll be at the 37 now. This play is back. We have 10 and a half minutes here left in the second quarter. With Petaluma ball, and it is first down and 10. So another tight formation motion in the backfield. Quarterback keeps the ball, and the lateral to the side. Kai is pushing him out of bounds and brings him down. Kai was holding on to him for a while there. Good job to stay with the play and bring him down. But it's sounding like a broken record. The runs to the side where either he hands it off, the quarterback takes it, or laterals it out to the fullback. It's over and over again.
I would like to say one of the outside linebackers for Terra Linda, Phillip, was seen yesterday walking around in crutches. Today he was good, but he still may be nursing that injured ankle.
Definitely. Phillip actually on the other side of the D-line for that play. But we'll see if he can put some pressure on. Oh, quarterback under pressure, and number 9 again drops the ball. My goodness, so 2 drops there by number 9. Both should have been catches, and both in not great situations to make a drop. Second down, first down, you want to get the momentum going, and it's not looking great. He's being taken off the field. I imagine he is extremely upset. He is getting this thank eye from his coach. My goodness, coach turned his head away. I do not want to look at you, is what he was thinking. I can kind of understand that. A rough day for number 9 of Petaluma Trojans. Another tight formation here. To the right side, Phillip brings him down. You can tell he was injured yesterday, but he is putting his all into this game. Number 21, Phillip, was able to get on the ball immediately. He broke the offensive lineman in front of him, and he got his hands on the runner as fast as he could have in that situation. An excellent job there. Excellent job. As we now have 3rd and 8. We will see. I'm guessing we're going to see another run play. It hasn't worked well in the last couple plays for the Petaluma Trojans, but they have 3 men in the backfield. I'm almost certain they're going to go for it. Let's see how the Trojans can do it as they go straight up the middle, and he is brought down by Mario. And I do not know. They're not giving the first down. It'll be 4th and 2. And the offense is still out on the field. So we've got 2 yards to go here for the Petaluma Trojans. And they hand it off. Oh, and apparently a flag is called.
It's a dead ball foul.
We will see what this is about. This could be a lucky break for the Trojans if a 5-yard penalty is called on Petaluma. Because 4th and 7, and it is. False start
on the offense
by
Petaluma.
Marco, thoughts on that?
That was a lucky break there
Still fourth
for
down.
Terra Linda. This is exactly the type of play they need to capitalize on. Get the stop here, maybe run down the field. We have 8 minutes left in the half. Get a touchdown, tie this game up.
Definitely. As we now have 4th and 7. Much tighter formation. Quarterback drops back for the pass, and it is tipped up the middle and caught by Kai Walker. An interception. He's running down the left side of the field, and it looks like he's going to be brought down at the 33-yard line. But, wow. An excellent job by the Trojans. And it's really an excellent pass defense here we've seen from Kai Walker.
Yeah, in the scrimmage last week, he had 2 almost consecutive picks. And if the Trojans can march down the field here, use this momentum, get their defensive rest, this could be a great way to tie the game.
Definitely. As we're talking about defense rest, Kai Walker is a receiver and a safety. He has not left the field so far in the first 16 minutes of play. Truly just a feat of strength here by the Terra Linda receiver. Oh, Garrett Pardo under pressure, and he goes to the left, and he throws, and it's caught by Patani at the 40-yard line. We've seen this time and again, but under pressure, there's no one better than Garrett Pardo.
It was a great throw. Running while he was throwing it, made a dot of a throw, probably a 30, 40-yard throw to Jackson, who had a defender on him and still caught the ball. That's exactly the type of play that Carolina needs.
Precisely. I mean, it's almost unbelievable to watch. Garrett Pardo, excellent under coverage. I mean, and under pressure. As the ball is handed off, as Jonah Truitt goes up the middle for a 5-yard gain. An excellent job there. He breaks a tackle or two, and that's a great way to start off the down. Just get that 5 yards.
Lucas Vanderland on the tackle.
Yeah. Truly, just amazing job by Garrett Pardo. You know, not optimal conditions. You know, he's getting pressure, but he's making the most of it. And that's all he can do. And he's doing better than making the most of it. He is making progress downfield. Just an excellent, excellent job. As we have 3 men out to the right with the ball on the hash on the left. And the snap. 2nd down and 5. Pardo rolls to the right, already under pressure, throws the ball down the middle. Patani is wide open at the 10-yard line. It's unbelievable. There are no words for this. It doesn't matter how many people are rushing him.
That's just a feat of strength by Terra. I mean, another connection between Garrett Pardo and Jackson Patani. Garrett Pardo is really good at taking the pressure, shedding the pressure, and just getting the ball downfield in the hands of a receiver.
It's just amazing. I mean, he had pressure from the second the ball was snapped. He was basically spent the whole play running away from a defensive end, and he still made an accurate throw. And really great on Jackson Patani as well to stay active. He found a gap. He stayed in the play when Petaluma may have given up. And again, more pressure. And Garrett Pardo takes it himself and drops his shoulder into the lineman.
I mean, that's an intimidating force you have. Garrett Pardo, probably 6'2", 210 pounds. I mean, when you see Garrett Pardo running towards you, you're going to think twice about tackling him.
Definitely. I mean, and that dual threat. I mean, he's made 2 amazing throws, and he just ran it himself and just dropped his shoulder. He is not afraid of the contact. He loves it. As we now have 2nd and 5 yards to go here on the 6-yard line. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Ball in the middle. Jonah Truitt right next to the quarterback. Motion here. And the snap. Pardo runs straight up the middle, and he looks like he's into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Amazing job. Just excellent job by Garrett Pardo. 2 great passes and 2 great runs.
That touchdown turned around this game for Terra. It capped off a great defensive drive, a great pick by Kai Walker. There's just nothing better than you could ask for the game. For how the game started, Terra are in a really good position right now.
Definitely. Just down 0-14, and they have now almost tied it up, 13-14, if they can convert this extra point. But just an amazing job. 2 things here we've seen from Dylan Krause and Garrett Pardo. Just they're excellent under pressure, and they have the vision to see downfield and connect. As yet again, it's a tight kick. We've seen that a lot, but the Trojans have not missed one yet today. JV Varsity, and it is now tied at 14 with 5 minutes left here in the first half.
Trojans 14.
Carolina, if they can get out here and get a defensive stop, that'd be huge. Especially if they can turn that turnover into a touchdown. That would be ideal for Terra. But again, you got to watch that running game, because Petaluma's running game, they have been on point this entire game.
Yeah. That offense is something you can't fall asleep on. You have to stay awake, you got to stay active, and you got to be aggressive to find the ball and take it down as fast as you can. Something the Trojans did well the last time out, forcing a pass play on 4th and 7, which led to the pick. You know, it's that chain of events, right? Whenever Terra Trojans force the other team to pass, bad things happen for them and good things happen for the Carolina Trojans. And really, it's just locking down the run game to get that going. It's exactly what they need to do, and they've done it very well here in the second quarter of this game. And the ball is off, kicked low, and it rolls to the 10-yard line, picked up by number 21 of Petaluma, runs straight up the middle. He does not have a hand on him yet. He makes it all the way through. Oh! It is not. My God. That is a run for a touchdown.
Chase Miller.
Almost Jonah Truitt's horsepower was grabbed from the back right before he made the tackle. No penalty is called, and on the kick return, number 21, which would be Chase Miller, runs all the way to the end zone. And I don't know if he was hit once, and just another excellent blocking job by Petaluma. We've seen that on offense, and now we've seen it on special teams. And they have really taken the momentum back. But, with the touchdown this fast, the Trojans are going to get the ball with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And they have time to respond. They can take charge here and really make some more progress downfield. And the snap for the extra point, and it is up, and it is good. It'll be 14-21
with the extra point.
The Petaluma Trojans up on the Terra Trojans.
Carolina 14.
And we will see the offense very shortly. And right there, the defense got a break, as they did not have to come out on the field unless they were on special teams. So hopefully the defensive line will come out stronger than ever for some stops in the second half, as they may be done here, depending on what the offense does. As we will get a punt from the Petaluma Trojans here shortly. What do you see as being important here in the next 5 minutes?
I think if Carolina can get those passes done, those Garrett Pardo to Jackson Patani, Garrett Pardo to Kai Walker passes, that's exactly what they need to try to set the tempo of this game and get back in contention.
Definitely. They are close, and this is their chance to really go into halftime with their heads held high after scoring a touchdown. And if they can do that, I think that'll be key for the second half of the game. And the kick is off. It's on the ground again, and it'll go out of bounds. And I believe they will get the ball at the 20.
And the kickoff goes out of bounds.
It's the second time that's happened. I don't know if that's their intention. It may be, because I don't know if we have seen a return punt be stopped before the 30-yard line, or at least before the 20 all day today. So it may actually be smart for them to kick the ball out of bounds. Marco, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that was an interesting play there by Petaluma. That ball was just a good kick, nice and low. Jonah Truitt couldn't really do anything about it, and you can see they were targeting Jonah Truitt. Kai Walker on the other side. But here come Terra.
Yeah, the Terra offense is out here. Kai Walker is still on the field on the right side as a receiver. Jonah Truitt in the backfield. And Garrett Pardo rolls to the left, looks for his receiver, and he gets Cole Green on the left side, and he is brought down for a gain of about 1. Good defense there by Petaluma. But they can't do that every time. And that's really what the Trojans are going to try to exploit. But back on this subject of Kai Walker versus Jonah Truitt, it is possible Petaluma is targeting Jonah Truitt, as he is a junior, Kai's a senior. But Jonah he's like a raging bull. Like, he is small, but he is incredibly muscular, and he would be scary running at you because he is incredibly fast. Maybe not as fast as Kai, but he hits like a truck. As he is playing running back, which also tells you something. There you go, Garrett Pardo under pressure, and he is taken down for a loss of maybe 1, and it'll be 3rd and long.
And that's Jack
the offensive line really getting eaten up here early.
Garrett Pardo almost got through there. That was a good shooting tackle by Jack Phillips. But Garrett Pardo, if he had gotten through, he would have gotten at least 5 yards on the play, maybe more if he could have busted out a move. Unfortunately there for Garrett Pardo.
Yeah, really just not given very much time. But that's the first negative outcome, really, from having a lot of pressure. I'm not really counting that interception early because there was nothing Garrett could do about that. It was a pretty solid throw. I mean, 2 inches lower maybe, but otherwise, let's see what they can do here. 3rd and long, a crucial conversion with only 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. Snaps the ball, drops back, looks for his receiver over the middle. A flying defenseman rips him down at the 20, and there was a brief hesitation there. And he was brought down by number 44. 44, definitely one of the main bringers of pressure on Garrett Pardo.
That was probably about a 20-yard sack there. That's not something you want to do at all. And these two plays in a row, the offensive line has kind of failed to protect Garrett Pardo enough. It's something the offensive line really need to work on.
Yeah, basically 2 consecutive sacks, as now instead of punting from the 30 or even the 35, they'll be punting from the 15. Still a solid punt. Oh, and it makes a good bounce at the 40, and that's where they'll have the ball. Petaluma Trojans will have the ball at their own 38-yard line. Just under 3 minutes left in the half, and Garrett Pardo punted it. I did not notice that. He's really doing everything today, except playing on the defensive line. But you can't blame him. Just a little bit of time left here. I'm wondering if Petaluma's going to stay aggressive or if they're just going to try and run out the clock and go into halftime with a lead.
If I were Petaluma, I would want to attack as much as possible. Try to make Terra go on their knees, if you will.
That is what it looks like they're doing as the quarterback runs up the middle with an 8 to 9 yard gain. Just slips through the defense again.
Yeah, it's goes to the memory card.
Oh, he has one. Oh, on this one.
Henry Ellis keeps it.
Sorry about that short break there. Camera ran out of memory in the SD card, and we have missed a Petaluma Trojans touchdown on a running play. And the extra point was not good for the second time here today, as it'll be 14 to 27 with the home Petaluma Trojans with the advantage, as they will now punt the ball off with 1 minute and 30 left in the half. We'll see if they can convert. The Trojans weren't able to a little while ago, but where there's time, there's an opportunity. So now, same Kyle Walker and Jonah Truitt in the back to get the punt. I wonder if they're going to do that low little squib again. We'll see as he goes for it. And it is low, but it's up the middle, caught by Jonah Truitt, and he's running up the middle, and he gets around 2 defenders. Oh, and he's brought down in the middle at the 22-yard line, or 27-yard line. Excellent job by Jonah Truitt there. A good run, and he...
Jonah Truitt with the nice return.
And number 33 for Petaluma is being helped off the field by his teammate. And it would look like that is Jack Soper. Pretty good game so far. He is now limping off. Hopefully he is okay, as the Trojans will have the ball. The clock is not ticking down. There's some confusion for Petaluma about who should be on the field. With 11 men on, Garrett Pardo, low snap, looking to the right, and he gets the pass down to Cole Green, number 4. Excellent job there as they are hustling down the field, trying to get some points. This is almost like a 2-minute drill, so they have to get all the way down the field, trying to score some points here. They had 1 minute 30, and we are ready here. This is no snap football. Garrett Pardo gets the ball under pressure, throws to the right, caught by number 3 Jackson Scallon. And that'll be a first down, so the clock will stop here at 52-2. And they're at the 45-yard line. This is a tall task for the Trojans. They do have their timeouts. This is something they could be using later on here. So they're working urgently now, but as they get downfield, those timeouts could come in key as a flag, a whistle is blown. The play is called dead. And timeout by Petaluma with 45 seconds remaining in the half. Marco, what do you think the Trojans' plan of action should be?
I think pass. I mean, Trojans have shown time and again that their ability to pass is far greater than the ability to run. And Petaluma seems especially weak to the pass. And especially here with 44.9 seconds left, you need to pass, try to get the ball out of bounds in any way possible. If it's a incomplete ball, the clock stops again. So just try to pass, stack the backfield. Yeah, that's what they need to do.
I completely agree with that, as they have seen success from the pass plays. And with 55 yards to go down the field, I think the pass play is their only option here, unless they just get a big hole. But I'm guessing they're going to go for the pass here. Petaluma looks like they're anticipating it, as they have two safeties in the backfield, only a four-man rush. Hopefully this should give Pardo some more time, as he's running to the right. Oh my, he is brought down by Jack Phillips of the Petaluma Trojans for a loss of about 5 yards. Even with the four-man rush, the offensive line of the Trojans not able to be up to snuff, as he was put under pressure early. Good blocking in the backfield by Jonah Truitt. You know, some of these guys have 50 pounds on him. He's still putting them to the deck. An excellent job there, but he can't be everywhere at once. And just that, you know, the one defender gets through and they're punished for it, as a timeout is called by the Trojans to stop the clock, 35 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was kind of an unfortunate play for Terra. They had a couple receivers deep, but they weren't able to get anybody open. They just need to get people open. I mean, in a few plays here, they'll be going for a Hail Mary, so we'll see what happens.
Definitely. Yeah, hopefully the Trojans can get some more progress downfield, as now they have 60 yards to go and 35 seconds to do it. So I'm guessing with the two timeouts, they probably have about 4 plays left. Second down here with about 14 to go. It'd be very key if they can get the first down here, stop the clock with 20 seconds left, keep their two timeouts, and then, you know, go from there. Right? First down here would be very important to keep the momentum going and stop the clock. Trojans are back out of the huddle. We have one receiver out to each side, and it looks like it would be Kai Walker on the inside. Heavy coverage. Garrett Pardo almost hit again by 24, and he runs it himself, brought down by 3 Petaluma Trojans, and he was being chased for like 5 seconds. It was like a cartoon, right, Joe?
Yeah, that was a hard play for Pardo. Ideally, he would have gotten out of bounds. The clock is still going for some reason. I don't know why. I guess they're just letting it go out.
You okay, my dear?
Yeah, I don't know why the Trojans did not call time. It seems they have now. I wonder if they're going to try and reset the clock.
Timeout, Terra. We have one timeout remaining.
We have 6 seconds left and 56 yards to go for the Trojans, as they will be pucking the ball downfield, I believe. Hopefully it is not intercepted. But, you know, these deep pass plays, you know, it's definitely something the Trojans, they're not afraid of.
Yeah, especially if they can get Kai Walker. He hasn't had many touches on the ball. Jackson Patani has had 2 great receptions, so there can be extra pressure about Jackson. But Kai Walker, we know he's a good a player all around, and we've seen him in the past get some good receptions. But I would be looking towards Kai Walker at this play.
Definitely. Walker, Scullin, and Green all lining up on the right side of the field here. Jackson Patani alone on the left, maybe trying to isolate the defenders as they are double teaming Patani. And again, just unbelievable pressure on Pardo. Oh my goodness! 3 defenders miss him. He hucks the ball into the air, and it is dropped as possibly 7 times. Petaluma had the chance to get their hands on the ball. All 7 were missed. Just wow. I mean, it's just incredible skill.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Garrett Pardo. I mean, he evaded at least 5 defenders with some good moves too, and just hucked the ball downfield. Unfortunately for Terra, it didn't connect, but hopefully they can reset this half and come back from their 13-point deficit right now.
Definitely. It is good that it's only a 13-point deficit, as 2 extra points got blocked, 1 2-point conversion made by the Petaluma Trojans, and really an interesting start to the game. Both sides have had some bright spots. You know, we have the incredible running game from the Petaluma Trojans, as well as a great pass play, and just Garrett Pardo is a magician. There's nothing else to say about it. He can avoid the tackles, and he still makes good throws downfield. Just a really good job by him. You know, the score doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, I think Carolina really needs to come back, reset on their defense a little bit, try to get that running game going a little more, and just again pound that pass. So hopefully Carolina can do that. Definitely.
One small problem with that is that the offensive line for the Trojans has kind of disappointed early here. You know, we saw in the scrimmage that they struggled a little bit against Terra, but Garrett Pardo was still able to get the ball down the field. We're seeing the same thing here today, but they're still struggling. You know, the defensive line of these other teams are getting through, and Garrett Pardo's arm is still being shown, even though he should have been sacked multiple times. But like, you know, in that last play, it was him, and then 3 defenders, and then the rest of his team. You know, you could not have been in a worse position, and he managed to get out of it, and put all 3 defenders on the rise.
Next, we'd like to thank Studio 101 Design.
It's hard to describe.
Residential architecture.
As we have another 13
Designing
minutes
beautiful,
left here
efficient,
in
and sustainable
halftime, we'll
spaces.
take a short
And
break.
Studio 101 Design, they want you to love.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of our varsity Terra Trojans against the Petaluma Trojans. As the Terra Trojans will be kicking off here to Petaluma. Petaluma up 27-14 at the beginning of the third quarter. And the Trojans are ready, and the ball is off. It is right along the ground, picked up at about the 12, and he's forward, and he dropped his head, and the Trojan took a helmet to the chest, brought down to the 25. That was quite a hit. I hope everybody's neck is okay, but that was a car hitting a brick wall. Really. I mean, he was running forward, and then he used his head to slow his momentum and stop. I may use my shoulder next time, but wasn't me on the field. As now it'll be first down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Petaluma Trojans with the ball. And we will see. Oh, and that is a jump off sides by Hector Aguilar. He was at the quarterback before the ball was snapped. Not sure what made him jump for it, but
Encroachment on the defense.
yeah, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, as it'll be 1st and 5 now from the 32. A costly foul. We've seen a couple of those today. I think that's the 3rd 5-yard penalty from Terra. Much better than the scrimmage last week. But again, it's still it's unnecessary. You know, you may get a couple during a game, but you got to limit them as much as possible. As Petaluma runs the ball along the right side, and he just chucks forward about a 5-6 yard gain, and I believe they do not know. I do not believe they're giving them the first down. It'll be 2nd and inches.
Silas Paul, the Trojans, the ball carrier.
And
first down, Petaluma.
They give him the first down. That's interesting, because the line judge on our side of the field was running over with his hands in the air. Like he did not know what happened. Another tight formation from Petaluma, motion in the backfield, and he laterals it almost over the head. 15 gets the ball and runs downfield. He almost dropped that ball, but still managed to get a 9-yard gain. He will not be given the first down, I think.
Toss goes out to Asher. Stalls it.
And they are to get a second down. They're not giving them the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1 here. Good progress by Petaluma early. As they now line up. Again, this tight formation we've seen a lot. They have the tight ends, wide receivers tucked in close, one receiver out wide. Motion in the backfield. And the handoff up the middle. And he's brought down. Mark, any thoughts on the first set here?
Defense wasn't terrible, but run game again by Petaluma, winding down the clock, just pounding the ground. They've done a good job to get consistent yard each time. And it's the type of play that really tires the defense out, tires the D-line out. So Terra really needs to make a stop here.
Definitely. These 5 8-yard gains, they're rolling down the field with another roll right down the middle, but he is brought down from the back by Cole Simon right over the net. Excellent tackle from the back, but again, 7-yard gain. That's blocking, stopping the run. You know, they've come out of halftime and they haven't put a stop to it. Now, it's no easy feat. You know, the Petaluma Trojans have been running the ball, JV varsity, 1st down, 4th down. It does not matter to them. They are putting the ball on the ground and puffing it downfield. So, you know, it's no easy task for a team this experienced with running. But they got to find something. That's another snap, running play to the left. And he finds a hole, and he is brought down by Phillip, a defensive lineman, really making it downfield there. It's going to be at the 25, the Trojans 25-yard.
There's a fire underneath the bleachers. Everyone calmly evacuate the bleachers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that brief interruption in your scheduled programming, but there was a fire under the bleachers, so we thought it prudent to prepare to evacuate if need be, but it was a electrical fire for one of the lights that has now gone out. We have a fire truck, an ambulance, and then like a car with lights on it. The teams looks like we might actually be going back to the field, even though the bleachers are still empty, besides all the students that left in a hurry, but were the first to come back. Good on them, that school spirit really showing through. I am not sure. The ball is on the ground. They may be restarting this game here. You know, they don't want this going too late. But, yeah, just your average fire under the bleachers. Yeah. Yeah, it looks to be as the ball is on the field.
What, Ricky?
But
Put what back?
Mike, get back here. Okay.
so it looks like right now we're being held up because the person running the scoreboard is attending to the fire under the bleachers. Maybe probably showing the first responders where it is. That's a very important thing you should know, is that if you have an emergency and you are not the person injured, make sure that you go to the entrances that are nearby to you so that the first responders know where to come in and they're not, you know, especially at a high school. You know, there are a lot of entrances to a high school. You know, being specific and really giving them good directions is key in an emergency situation.
We are ready to go up here.
And we have the scoreboard operator back. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. The Trojans are down 13 to the home Petaluma Trojans. And it looks like we are about to resume play here. One less light than we had a little while ago. But here we go. And it is 1st and 10. The ball is handed off. Number 24 finds a hole. He is through the right side, and takes 2 Trojans to bring him down at the 8-yard line. Number 24 really plowing through that defensive line of the Trojans, able to find holes, create holes, and then exploit them to get all the way downfield. He's really, you know, he's been doing some punt returns. He's been a real all-star, I would say, for the Petaluma Trojans tonight. We are barely even halfway through this game, but already he's really shown that he has stepped up to the task and he is ready. A handoff. Ball is on the left side, brought down at the 5. It should be okay. Another stop there for the Trojan defense. Almost sneezed there, but did not. It's going to be 2nd and goal. I think it should be 3rd and goal, unless they got a first down on the first play there, which I think they did, now that I'm thinking back to it. The whistle is blown before the play started. There is a Trojan running onto the field. They're doing a substitution, as it looks like Jackson Scullin will be coming off, being replaced by number 13, Casey. And I will not try to pronounce his last name because I would butcher it. The ball is dropped by the quarterback on the snap. He scrambles to the right, and he is almost brought down there by number 4, Cole Green, and he is sent out of bounds. Maybe a loss of 1. But yeah, he dropped the snap there. First mistake, really, of that kind of, those simple mistakes that we've seen so far from Petaluma.
Yeah, I think that was just a slightly low snap. It's kind of bobbled by the quarterback, but that was a good recovery by the quarterback to get around, use the outside flanks to attack Terra.
Definitely. As we now have 3rd and goal. Quarterback under center, motion in the backfield, hands the ball off, and then keeps it himself. Takes a hit by Cole Green. Cole Green, number 4, really doing a great job of getting the ball, but it is futile, as that is another touchdown scored by the Petaluma Trojans. And it is 33-14. The extra point has not been scored yet. It could be up to 34. Again, it's an odd number because of a couple missed extra points. One off a low snap, and then one blocked, I believe, that has set them back. As they definitely have a solid lead here now, but again, we got a lot of game left to play. 19.5 minutes on the clock. 7 minutes left in the quarter, and they're going for 2 points. They're not a fan of the number either, as a throw into the end zone is through in the back. No options there for the quarterback. Mark, what do you think about them going for these 2-point conversions?
I don't know. I don't agree with that. I feel like it's kind of unnecessary. I mean, right now they're leading by 19 points. They are trying to make it 21, make it a 3-score game, but they're already leading by so much. If the Terra Trojans do score, Petaluma does have time to respond. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting decision there.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. I mean, honestly, they're kind of digging themselves a hole here almost by going for these 2-point conversions. They've missed 2 already. I believe I misspoke earlier. I don't think one was blocked by the Trojans. I believe that they went for a 2-point conversion and failed. And as they've done that twice now, they're 2 points under the 35, meaning 3 touchdowns from the Trojans brings them in the lead. If they had only gone for the extra points and made them all, they would need 3 touchdowns and a field goal for the Trojans to take the lead. As the ball is kicked off, caught by Truitt, as he's been targeted by Petaluma, and he is brought down by number 2, Lucas Vanderlines of the Petaluma Trojans. He really fought though. He looked like he was going to go down, but he was fighting that tackle all the way till the whistle blew. And that effort is something that you really want to see, and something that's it's especially in a junior like that. Jonah Truitt's a junior. Next year with that mentality, he's going to be a beast. Now it'll be the Trojans ball here. 1st and 10 at the 25. First time they've had the ball in a while. Let's see what Garrett Pardo can do with it. 2 receivers out to each side. Jonah Truitt right next to him. And the snap. Looks downfield. Caught by Jonah Truitt. And he's running to the sidelines. Brought down. Not a gain of much. But, there were 3 defenders on him. And again, fighting that tackle, but because of that, he was brought back. And it doesn't seem... They may be putting the ball at its last point of forward progress, but that quick pass there I don't think was really expected by Petaluma, but they were still able to put hands on the ball with that quick reaction. Now again, another tough situation here as the Trojans are deep in their own territory, second down and long. They need some progress here to take the pressure off, because third down conversions, they haven't been the strong suit of Terra so far. As the ball is handed off to Jonah Truitt, and he is brought down a gain of about 3 or 4. He is getting battered 3 plays in a row, getting a lot of touches. Marco, what do you think about this favoring of Jonah Truitt on the ball carries?
I think that Jonah Truitt, he's a good player, but I think they really need to move towards the pass. Their pass has been so good, and they really need some points right now.
I'm sorry to inform you.
And
you have to plan to go to the other bleachers.
And it looks like we're going to have an interruption here with the fire department.
It's more for the safety.
Alright, just keep going.
Sorry about that. The fire department has asked everyone to leave the bleachers, but the game is still going here. As a passing play, it looks like the Trojans gets them to the 50-yard line. Another great game. That'll be a first down for the Trojans. An excellent job. It looks almost as if a player is carrying one of the the chain down there. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's one of the injured players from Petaluma carrying the chain. He's on the chain gang, as was stated earlier. So
you'll need to either watch the game from the other sideline.
Yeah. So everyone's being asked to leave. Of course, the students are not. The students are choosing to stay as the ball is snapped. Oh, and the Trojan runner looks like number 23, that would be JP Hernandez, is brought down by about 4 of Petaluma's defensive linemen.
Yeah, when JP went for that run there, he just went straight into a wall of Petaluma. Terra really needs some good blocking. And again, if they threw the ball, that would be a great opportunity to throw the ball right here, get some good yards.
The Trojans have the ball here. 3 receivers on the right side. Snap by Garrett Pardo. Rolls to the right. Breaks a tackle. Runs through the middle. There's a wall of purple. And he is brought down for a gain of 8. Excellent job by Garrett Pardo to create yards, especially under that deep pressure, which we've seen time and time again. He has proven that he's excellent at breaking tackles, running through tackles, and finding open receivers down the field. That time he took it himself, but again, that's that dual threat, The defense can't rely on him staying in the backfield. But they can't expect the run because his arm is so good. As now we'll have third down and short, looks like a tad more than a yard. And let's see what they're going to do there. The running game hasn't been super strong so far, as we have a new running back in the backfield.
Defense! Let's go, dude!
And it looks like that was Phillip. He is still up, and he is taken down. It looks like they switched out Jonah Truitt, number 5, for 21, Phillip. Phillip was battling there. I don't believe they gave him the first down there.
Now bring up 4th and 1.
But 4th and 1. So interesting situation here as 3rd and short turns into 4th and 1. And we're going to see what they do here. I mean, they could go for the pass play. It'd be a little unexpected. But we know the Trojans can convert those pass plays. But it's safer to do a running play. We have 2 men in the backfield for the first time in a while. 1 receiver out to each side. And the snap, Garrett takes it himself. And he's pushed back, but he looks like he made the first down. That was interesting. So it looks like he passed the first down marker before being pushed back. The referee's putting the ball in front of the chain. I don't know if they're going to bring the chain out to take a look at it. And they do give him the first down. An excellent conversion there by the Trojans. They really needed that. As we only have 2 minutes left here in the third quarter, Marco. Yeah, just limited amount of time here for the Trojans to come up with something. And that was really a key conversion to keep the ball rolling, as they are now on Petaluma's 40-yard line. They got two receivers back out to their normal positions, as we've seen. Garrett Pardo drops back. Number 44 again, deep pressure, and the throw is deep. Oh, and it's dropped. Dropped by Patani. Wow. That was a great throw, straight through the hands again. And he looks like he is walking off the field. Oh, no, he's grabbing the ball. Never mind.
Yeah, that was a tough play for Jackson there. A tough catch would have been, but it got to his hands, and he just wasn't able to make it was almost a 40-yard throw. And again, Garrett Pardo showing the strength of his arm, able to make those throws, deep throws down the field after receiving pressure. And if the Trojans can replicate that again, that would be huge.
Definitely. And really, there was an interesting thing there. The defender for Petaluma looked back for the ball, and then that split second, he went from right next to Patani to about 5 feet away, and that gave him the space to get that pass down. And that's why it's so key as a cornerback. Use all the information you have. Don't just watch the ball. Watch the eyes of the receiver. Watch his body language. If you know the ball's coming and you can make those split-second decisions without turning around. You have a much better chance of breaking up the pass. You don't have to pick every ball. You just got to get your hands in there and make it hard for the receiver. As there was a short run there in the break by the Trojans for a couple of yards, as it'll now be 3rd and 3 with 1:30 left in the third quarter. Another third down conversion would be really clutch here. Weren't able to convert last time, but still got forward. Kai Walker, the only receiver out on the right side, way far out there. Garrett Pardo not looking to the right, though. He's looking to the left. He takes it himself, gets the first down. Oh, my gosh. He made that defender fly. Marco.
Yeah, he just lowered that shoulder and trucked the defender. Again, Garrett Pardo, 6'2", probably, 210. That's just a great show of athleticism by Garrett Pardo, and using his bigness to get the first down.
Yeah, really just an excellent word to describe that, Marco. Athleticism, He's making deep throws, as we just saw. And, he dropped his shoulder into a linebacker. Just as the clock is still running, but it looks like we have an injured. Garrett Pardo is limping off the field. Wow. So we'll have to let you know who the quarterback is. He is walking over to the physical trainer. His helmet is off. Or is he grabbing? He's grabbing some water. There you go. All right. So the new quarterback is. Oh my! JP Hernandez, a run up the middle, absolutely pummeled. But the new quarterback that we saw for that play was Cole Green. He handed the ball to JP Hernandez to go straight up the middle with it. Oh no, that was not JP. Sorry, that was Mario. Number 22, number 23. A little hard to distinguish from this far away, but just aggressiveness from Mario there. As that will be the end of the third quarter here. The score still 14-33. A little bit of a break there because of a fire, but we're back playing football. We will take a short break here in between the quarters, and we'll be back in a bit. All right, we are back here for the fourth quarter of play between the Petaluma Trojans and the Terra Trojans. As it is now the fourth quarter, Trojans still down by 19, but they have the ball with 22 yards to the end zone. A chance here. Garrett Pardo has the ball, finds a hole, and is taken down again. Gain of about 5. So, another great tackle. But, a good job by Garrett Pardo. He's been running. He's been running lately. He's trying to make these pass plays work, but, it's almost like the Petaluma, they've smartened up to the coverage. Yeah, we'll have a first down and 10. Real close to the end zone. Hopefully they convert. Jonah Truitt coming off the field for a well-deserved break. He has been working hard at the end of the third quarter there. Multiple runs in a row. Casey also coming off the field for a quick breather, as Garrett Pardo did there for one play to grab some water. As he is back on the field, motion there, and the handoff to Phillip, and he is pushed forward. Awesome job by the O-line there, as they, he was stopped, but they pushed him another 4 yards. That tenacity, that aggressiveness, it really is helping out the Trojans here.
Yeah, and Philip, considering he was on crutches yesterday, that's really good. Really good showing of strength and tenacity by Philip.
Yeah, he's really coming off the field now, but doing an excellent job today, playing as a running back and on the defensive line. But there's a lot of players like that on the Trojans who really are doing it all. You know, Kai Walker has not stepped foot off of the field this entire game. A dropped snap, and Pardo is hit in the ribs by 44's knees. That has got to hurt, as that snap was low, but he manages to corral the ball, as it'll be third down and about 12. It's going to be tough now. You know, 2nd and 8, 3rd and 13. You know, there's big differences, all because of one missed snap. You know, and it always seems to happen at the wrong time. Like right now, it's you know, greatly reduces the chances of scoring in this situation, and it'll really take the wind out of your sails. Now 3 receivers set up on the right. There's one on the left. Number 7 hopping out there. And the snap. Oh, it almost looked like the ball was stolen. Garrett Pardo is still up and running. Oh my goodness, he is running down the left side of the field. He is still up, and he is called out of bounds at the 4. The magician is at work yet again as he is avoiding tackles left, right, and center. He just can't get enough of it.
Jed and Azell.
It's,
forced him out of bounds.
you know, that time we had runners in the backfield. A great block by Mario to give the quarterback more time and really give him the time to look, you know, see where he needs to go, where the gaps are, and he found it to the left, dukes out one defender, and is able to create space and run downfield. You know, and even if the offensive line isn't pulling their weight 100%, Garrett Pardo is making it work. He's not, you don't see him complaining. He's out there working. So it'll now be 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. 3 receivers out. Motion from Jackson Batani as he moves to the right. Then back over the center. Garrett Pardo has the ball. Oh, big hits. He is down at about the 4-yard line. I hope he's okay. He's been running a lot recently. And he is slow to get up. He is basically being picked up by his O-line. Way to pick up your quarterback there. Seems like it's almost like he's getting fed up and he's just doing it himself. Got to see, you know, maybe if he starts to look a little more, could see some more opportunities, but can't blame him. 1st and short, not a bad situation to try it. They could not be, you know, possible they weren't seeing that happening, as it is now going to be 2nd down. 2nd down and a few to go. Garrett Pardo in the shotgun. 3 receivers and a diamond to the right. Truitt next to Pardo. And the snap low, fumbled, and he is under pressure again. In the middle, caught by Patani. He was looking for him the whole time. Still knocked down, but makes the throw. Just again, Garrett Pardo making the plays work. He is finding the receivers downfield and making connections, especially Jackson Patani. You know, keeping that effort up, staying open, running around in the end zone. He does not stop until the whistle is blown. He is always working.
Yeah, it seems like Jackson Patani must have like 100 yards today and a touchdown. Jackson Patani, another an all-star for Terra. Jackson needs to. They're really relying on Jackson here.
Definitely being targeted a little bit by Garrett Pardo, but you can't blame him. You know, one missed catch, a whistle blown before the play, before the free kick there. Gonna have to see what that was about. Doesn't look like anything. Yep, they are resetting. The ball's still in the same place. And the snap. High. Brought down, and it is bounced over the top. My goodness, the snap was high. Holder got the ball down. Garrett got it over. It might have been tipped even. But it hit the bottom bar and rolls over the top for the extra point. I have not seen that. I think he was probably trying to do that, you know, just trying to show off. As it is now 21-33, 12-point lead for the Petaluma Trojans here.
And I believe Juan is the kicker on that. Juan, being the soccer player he is, he does like to hit some crossbars.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't know if their coach, Hartwell, would really appreciate that, though, during the football game, but I'm sure if you asked him, he would say he did it on purpose. As now the Trojans are going to be kicking the ball off to the Trojans. Petaluma will be receiving the ball here with 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, up by 12. A strong position here, Marco.
Yes, I think Terra, they do have a chance in this game if they need to stop here. Maybe even do something as bold as an onside kick. But if they make the stop here, get the turnover, convert into points, then shift that momentum, they could be dangerous in the last couple minutes of the game.
Completely agree with that. Does not look like they're lining up for an offsides kick. Not something I thought of, but definitely not something Petaluma thought of as well, as they have tons of people in the backfield. And the kick is a squib down the middle, picked up by number 15 at the 20. He runs up the middle, and he is still but he is tripped. I wonder who tripped him there. I believe it might have been number 4. Number 4, Cole Green. Able to trip the ball carrier. For a second there, I thought he was going all the way, but he just hit the deck hard. Yeah,
he was going there. The Petaluma runner there, he was going full speed, and if he wasn't tripped up there, then that could have been dangerous for Terra.
Definitely. This Terra defense out here trying to put a stop to this offense.
Personal foul on the return team.
But a personal foul is also called on the Petaluma Trojans. So they get the ball at the 16-yard line on that 15-yard penalty. And they have certainly dug themselves a hole. Not a ton of pressure on them with the 12-point lead, but, a field goal, touchdown here could really, it'll make it easier to sleep tonight, even though the game will be over by then. Pretty weird thing to say, wouldn't you say? Alrighty. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 16-yard line. We have one receiver lined up on each side of the quarterback in another tight formation. And a 5 or 6 man blitz run up the middle, and he's brought down in the backfield. Gain of maybe 1, if nothing. Excellent job there by the D-line. Really able to just... They put hands on the ball as real fast. They brought him down. Excellent job. Really set them up well here to maybe get back in this game. Only 8 minutes left, but as we saw in the JV game earlier, anything can happen. And the Petaluma Trojans have 2nd and 10 here as they pass down the left side, and it is caught. Again, about a 1 or 2 yard gain. The throw is low. The throwing from the Petaluma quarterback, I wouldn't say it's a strong suit. We've seen a couple low throws today. He's certainly been running the ball well. He's been really handing the ball off too. Those play action reads are very good, but we haven't seen those big gains on the pass plays like the Trojans have been able to put together today. And a flag is called. I'm guessing that's offsides on 81.
Dead ball foul.
There's no 81. I do not know who 81 is, as their number is not on the sheet that was given to us, but
The 5-yard penalty will be 3rd down.
a 5-yard penalty, and that's brutal. 3rd down and 8 is now 3rd down and 3. Much simpler situation for the Petaluma Trojans here. As a lob over to the right side. Number 6 is brought down. He is hit hard. I heard that up from the booth. An excellent hit there.
Toss goes out to side.
Wow, that was a hard hit. First down, but we heard that smack from 100 feet away.
First down, Petaluma.
Yep, the first down is given, and they have just under 7 minutes here as the clock is still counting down. Trojans need 2 scores Petaluma, another tight formation. It's really their go-to. Only one receiver out. And they hand the ball off to the right, and he is brought down. Wonderful tackle there. Couldn't exactly see who that was, but he was brought down from behind. But the problem with bringing down a runner from behind is he fell forward, right? That extra 3 or 4 yards, that momentum they're carrying can become huge. It's important to get in front of the ball. And you want as many people between the ball and the end zone as you can get to slow and stop that run. Otherwise, those 5-6 yard plays can turn long, turn 8, 9. And once you're getting first downs over and over again, before you know it, you're in the red zone. So we are now down to 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. They're setting up 3 men in the backfield. And the snap. Ball is handed off and taken down by number 4, Cole Green from the Terra Trojans at about the 49-yard line, almost into Trojan territory, coming from Trojan territory. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. I'm expecting another run play again, but it's the run plays, left, right. The Trojans aren't able to react fast enough to get in front of the runner. And that's what they're going to need to do to stop the ball here, as it's been a couple plays in 30 yards for Petaluma. And the snap, the handoff, and he gets a hold down the left side, and he is brought down by the collar by number 23, JP Hernandez. Great tackle there, but he got way down the field, about a 30, 25-yard gain there. And it'll be only 22 yards to go right next to the red zone for the Petaluma Trojans. And if they can score here, Terra will be in the deep hole. We'll see.
If Petaluma scores here, if I were Dallas Hartwell, I'd be bringing on the second team.
Yeah, definitely, especially this early in the season. If people get injured, you gotta have a full team. You have people like Kai Walker. And as a quarterback, takes the run all the way, dropping his shoulder into Kai Walker to get over him. And another touchdown there for the Petaluma Trojans. But as you were saying, Marco, it's important, especially in the game of football where injuries are all too common. You need a deep team, right? They have the players like Kai Walker, Jackson Patani, Garrett Pardo, that are really they're doing it all. They're playing offense, defense, Jonah Truitt. These guys are doing an amazing job, but if they get hurt, I hope they never do, and that's something I never want to happen, but it's something that all coaches have to prepare for.
You too.
And they go for 2. Number 24 again into the end zone for 2 points. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe this game is almost a wrap. Still have 5 minutes left, but it is a 20-point lead. 3 touchdowns are needed, and 3 stops are needed from the Terra Trojans if they want to get back into this game. A similar situation almost in the JV game earlier today, but the JV game was closer. They were only 12 points apart, and they had more time. Going into the fourth quarter, it was a close game. That third quarter really was a doozy. But now it's going to be a real battle for the Trojans to get back in this game, as they're about to kick off. More confusion about who should be on the field. We've seen this a lot, actually, on the kicking plays. And this kickoff will be launched from the middle hash on the 40-yard line. Still Kai Walker and Jonah Truitt in the backfield ready to return. They've been itching for a good kick, as all of them have been squibs. This one way up in the air. Jonah able to catch the ball. He's gotten a lot of these as he runs straight up the middle, right into the defender. It's going to leave a mark, but an excellent run. That aggressiveness is something that is really important in football. Being able to just say to hell with it, drop your shoulder into the opponent, and just charge him. It's a skill that can't be taught. It has to be that instinct in a player, and Jonah Truitt certainly has that. As the Trojans will get the ball on the 30-yard line, 4.5 minutes to go. Let's see what they can put together. maybe hard to win this, but there's still time to learn, to try new plays, and to just get some minutes for your players as Petaluma calls a timeout. Marco, what do you think the Trojans' plan of action should be in this last 5 minutes?
I would be throwing the ball at every opportunity. Just try to get receivers open down the field. If they can, try to use as little clock as possible. Go to receivers on the wideouts, and just target those long throws, because to make up 20 points in 4.5 minutes, it's going to take a lot of yards in very little time. Definitely.
Yeah, it is a plus that they have all 3 of their timeouts still. Something that they haven't, Terra has been saving their timeouts. JV Varsity in all 4 halves, they've been saving those timeouts. They haven't been using them superficially, as we saw. Like Garrett Pardo took a play off to go get some water. They're very careful about using those timeouts, very prudent. That's definitely something that if your team gets used to and gets acclimated to, that can definitely be an advantage. Because every timeout at the end of the game is a play. And now the Trojans are back on the field, ready for the snap. 2 receivers out. Kai Walker by himself on the left side again, looking for Patani, and Garrett Pardo was brought down. His eyes were downfield, loss of 9 yards. He's getting beat up today, Marco.
Yeah, one thing I didn't see from Garrett there that I think he should have done is he didn't try to use his feet at all. His feet are a great skill he has, and he was locked in downfield. If he had evaded the defenders a little more, I think that would have helped the receivers like Kai Walker and Jackson Patani get open a little more and maybe go for that really long play.
Definitely. Kai Walker has been normally by himself on his own side of the field. Limited coverage, but hasn't actually gotten targeted that much. Jackson Patani much more favored as Jonah Truitt runs up the middle and breaks a tackle for the 10-yard gain. Wow. That was an excellent run. He had a lot of men in front of him, and he just slipped through. But there's a player down on the field. I cannot tell from here who that is. Marco, do you have any idea?
No, but it doesn't look very good, and he gets up.
Looks like an offensive lineman. It's the center, number 76. That'd be Wyatt Dagenet. He was down. The trainer has come out. He is limping a little bit, but he ran back to the ball, and he is being forced, I think, to come out of the game. So he's being replaced by number 64, Dylan Shrew, as he'll probably want to get that looked at. Wyatt Dagenet, really an anchor of the offensive line. He's been the center now for 2 years on varsity, sophomore and junior year. And he's consistent. We've seen maybe one bad snap today, right? But Petaluma has had many 2 or 3 bad snaps, and they had one on the extra point as well. So hopefully he will be back on the field soon. As the snap is high by Dylan Shrew, and he gets the ball, throws downfield, and it bounces about 4 yards in front of Kai Walker. Wow. Not a great way to start it up for Dylan Shrew there. First play, over the head.
Yeah, and I would hope that Wyatt Dagenet comes back on the field, because those snaps, you can't make a football play if you don't have a good snap.
Definitely. It's the start, and it has to be good. Yeah, definitely a little bit frustrating there, as I can't tell. I don't believe Dagenet is back on the field yet. Dylan Shrew here with the snap. Oh, they're going for the punt. It is now 4th down. Someone else has just run on the field. Number 9. Looks like Angel Rodriguez. As now the ball will be snapped and it will be punted. It doesn't look like. So there is nobody in the backfield for the Petaluma Trojans. There was some confusion there as somebody ran back to receive the punt and then was told to get farther back in. I think they were expecting a trick play, but the Trojans just punted it there with 3 minutes left, down by 20. Interesting decision. Mark, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that was kind of odd. I think it would have been an interesting play for Terra, but Petaluma should have had some insurance money and put a receiver back there. And that's a good gain for Terra, and I think that may end up being the last drive of the game for both teams.
Yeah, as we only have 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. It looks like the backup quarterback is in for Petaluma Trojans, as he'll get the last 3 minutes here. Number 8, the Petaluma Trojans quarterback, doing an excellent job of commanding the run game for his team today, really captaining it and running himself. As now the ball is handed off, couple yard gain. Mateo down in the backfield, smacking the ground. He is upset with himself. Yeah. Mateo, someone we haven't talked about yet today, but he's always been out there playing the middle of defensive line, eating up offensive line numbers. Mark, what are your thoughts on Mateo?
Yeah, Mateo, I believe he played varsity freshman year. He is a commanding force on the line, and I think Mateo, he has the opportunity to really get some good games in this year.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So the quarterback takes the snap, hands the ball off. So it'll be number 5 as the quarterback now will run down the left side. A flag is down, probably about a 9 or 10 yard gain. Going to see what that is.
Drew Sparks, the ball carrier.
One thing I'd like to note about the Petaluma O-line, it's very organized and in sync. You can see when they go down to get ready for the snap, they all go down in unison, which I think really shows how cohesive they are, and really shows in their running game. And that's something that Terra don't really have the edge on. If Terra can really get that cohesiveness going, the same cohesiveness that Petaluma has, I think they would be a much greater team.
Definitely. And that's, you can tell, watching one play, that is something they practice. That is the main focus here, the Petaluma Trojans, You can tell that they're spending 90% of their practices on these blocks. These offensive linemen know exactly what to do in their head, and their instincts are honed. And that's really something they're able to exploit, especially when the run game is being successful like it was tonight against the Trojans, as defensive lineman number 79 falls down. A lateral off to the side. He is going down the field, and he is brought down by Angel Rodriguez and somebody, number 46. That would be Alex Thompson. Excellent job there. They are staying in the game, Score-wise, the game is over, but they are not giving up. They are still attacking the ball. Number 79 there, Jack Horsley, a little bit of a rough time. But again, Jack Horsley and Mateo, they've played every play on the defensive line, and they've just attacked the ball really, really well. Especially with this Trojan, they run the 3-man rush. Most teams are running 4. San Rafael and Petaluma both have. And it's really, they rely on the linebackers to stop the run play and to blitz. So you can't ask for much more than what the defensive line is doing here. They're just eating up offensive linemen. If they can stop the offensive linemen from moving downfield, those downfield blocks are really what's letting these runs go forward. The 15, 25-yard runs are because the offensive linemen are getting through the defensive line almost like they're the defensive line. It's really an interesting situation. But, when that trio for Terra is able to hold up the O-line, that's when those linebackers of Terra have open lanes and they are able to attack the ball. And they see success. As it's really tight here, we have 7, and that is a knee with 12 seconds left, and that is the game. The Petaluma Trojans take the win against the Terra Trojans 41-21 on this Friday evening in Petaluma. Marco, thoughts here?
I thought Terra can come away with some positives, being the first game of the season and all. An unfortunate loss. I think in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, they did kind of lose it on the defensive end. And they weren't able to get enough turnovers and convert later. But they did, especially in the second quarter. I think they really showed how good of a team they could be, and especially that passing game. Garrett Pardo, Kai Walker, and Jackson Batani were really, really doing good today. And I gotta say, I think Garrett Pardo was my MVP of the day, just because of the athleticism he showed. He was the force behind every single play. He was running, he was throwing, he was evading Petaluma defenders, and I think Terra really can be proud of Garrett Pardo's performance. I think they need to work on their running game a lot. Their offensive line needs to be a lot more cohesive, and their defensive running game, they did get it in check a little bit in the second half, but they do need to come out strong on the defensive running side. So I think overall, it's a game you can take some positives and negatives from, like any game. But hopefully Terra come back stronger against Galileo next week.
Definitely. I think that pairing of Garrett Pardo and Jackson Patani, as you said, Marco, is really what drove them, to score those 21 points today. It's not something to sneeze at. The defense here of Petaluma is especially good. The run defense, Jonah was having a real hard time getting downfield. And, he couldn't have done a lot more. He's putting his heart into it. He's just going through the walls, and sometimes he gets through, sometimes he doesn't. But you have to hand it to Garrett Pardo. He played an excellent game today, especially in the first 2-3 quarters. Making space for himself, running the ball himself if he had to, throwing the ball downfield. He made some incredible plays where he's avoiding the defensive tackles that are getting on him real fast and making amazing throws downfield. Agreed. And I think that will wrap it up for us tonight here. Thank you for listening.
Next week we'll be playing Galileo. So we hope to see you then. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.